This is a quick demo of an app that we developed internally called Formly. It's used to do HubSpot form audits. One of the core issues we see with HubSpot portals and customers that we work with is they have too many forms and they're not standardized. The data that comes into HubSpot is usually messy. So this app is used for, instead of going through forms one by one manually, this does it programmatically to the HubSpot portal. So we connect our HubSpot instance and then use our 42 agency account, and it generates this analysis, gives you 9 total forms, 2 field issues, 2 complex forms, and it highlights the issues right here. There's missing tracking fields. There's a form that don't have an email field. And what it does here is where it gets more interesting is it tells you if there are forms that are right now in the 42 agency. Obviously we have, I'll show you another instance with a client instance where they have more forms that are duplicated or they have similar forms, but here it gives you UTM tracked or not. These don't have UTMs. This one gives you suggestions as well. Lead source tracking, UTM tracking. And then you can also view a complete field analysis of what fields are being used in how many forms. So this is being used in 6, and you can come in here and look at what forms are using what fields. This saves us a lot of time in analyzing form data. And then if you click on similarity index, this would give you a similarity score, all the forms that are kind of similar using the same fields that can potentially be merged together. And all of this can be exported into a CSV file. Hope this is helpful. If you have any feedback, let me know. And let me just show you another instance with the client index. This is another client account. So you can see there's UTM issues, and then you can see there's a similarity group. This form is similar to this form because it is sharing 6 fields. This form is 90% similar to these forms because it has 7 shared fields. These are all unique. You can see that you can start thinking about how to merge these forms together instead of having these 3-4 different forms in that kind of capture the same information. You can use one form to replace these all and create a master form version of these. If you go into the similarity index, it will give you a breakdown of all of these. There are 215 similar pairs. These are similar, 90% overlap, 90% overlap, 90% overlap. That means they use 90% of the same fields. And then these are 70% overlap, 80% overlap, where they have similar fields, but they're not exactly the same. If you go back to the dashboard and we go to the field analysis, you can see which fields are missing on what forms. For example, original lead source is missing on 4 forms. And email is being used in one form, email is being used in all forms, and then this gives you a breakdown of what critical fields are not being used. We're capturing company UTM, but they're missing on 17 forms. This is missing on 19 forms. And then what I plan to do is add name of these forms that are missing these fields as well. Hope this is helpful. And as usual, it was built by 42 agencies. If you need any MOPS help, give us a shout and we'd love to help you out. Thank you.